Tampa, South Point, Las Vegas, you're always a winner.
All right. That is the sound of soul right there. Cancer takes another life from our hands. This time it took more than a person, but a voice that made many people very happy for so many years. Aretha Franklin, in my opinion, was one of the persons that many would admire, more than for her great voice, but for her humble attitude to the life of an artist. A dedicated entertainer to the masses of all races, colors, and genders. She just put her soul into every song, regardless of which ears they fell upon. She will be missed, but the biggest question is, how many more people from all walks of life do we need to lose to this dreaded disease? I, for one, don't fall for this conspiracy theories that abound all over the place, but I'm beginning to wonder what the heck is taking so long to get a better line of results. We all need to get behind this program and find a solution so we can stop losing valuable people from all walks of life, okay? Drug overdose. What a problem on the rise with new designer drugs, fentanyl. Why? I've always wondered what makes people fall off the wagon so far that they need to really get behind the program of so many of these drugs. We need to also do something about that. And I think with my guest, we can do a lot because she is a very involved person in society. And I'm sure she will be able to shed some light on what, stuff that we can do to help because she's a great person. With us today, Ms. Nequetta Alford. Are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yep. All the way from Philadelphia, PA, huh? How's the weather over there?
Philadelphia is in the house. How are you, Orlando?
Well, actually, I'm doing very good. Kind of saddened by the news of Aretha going. I was a young guy when she came on the scene, and as a person, oh my God, she was so great. I mean, the music and all of that. And like I said in my intro, she was an entertainer for the masses. I mean, there was, what she reminds me of? Donna Summer.
Oh, wow. I mean, that is so true. She seriously left her legacy right here on Earth, and it's amazing to see how many people that we have here on Earth that inspire us and touch us for just a moment, and then they're gone. So, yeah, she was definitely powerful.
I have to tell you one thing that, and we're going to get into it when the show really gets going here, but there have been so many entertainers from all walks of life, okay? White people, black people, Oriental people, it doesn't matter. They're people that touch lives only by the simple fact that they are great people. They're not very much into controversy or anything else. And I think Aretha Franklin, Donna Summers, all those are one of those type of people that we're going to miss because they were humane. And let us take a little break here. We'll be right back. And when we come back, Miss Nequetta Alford, all the way to the end. We'll be right back.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
All right, we are back, and this is Lifestyle Buzz with your pal Orly here, and we are all about travel, food and wine, healthy living, what else? Wealth creation, luxury travel, but most of all, we are all about people. We are all humans. We all put our pants on the same way, just about, at least half of the population. And we all need to be together here. And with that in mind, my guest, Ms. Nequetta Alford, is the right person to bring us into the fold here. I have described Nequetta as my very best and good, one of my very favorite Facebook friends. She, on the other hand, describes me as her controversial friend, and I think that happens to be the basis for our long-time relationship. We're able to talk about things, whether popular or not. We do talk about it, and we don't rush to delete each other from our Facebook pages. We just keep on trucking and try to better our relationship. My pal, Nequetta, is on the air. How are you?
I'm good, Orlando. Thanks for having me. How are you today?
Well, you know what? It's been a long week. It's been all kinds of things happening. But to me, being able to be on this side of heaven here is the best. I love living every day to the maximum. And what can I say? So
yeah, hey, I'm right with you. First of all, thanks for having me all the way in from Philadelphia while you're in California. I definitely want to say thank you for having me on your radio show. And I'm so excited about the topic today because health is wealth. And you're absolutely right. You have to take care of you. I'm big on taking care of me before I take care of everybody else.
You know what? There's a thing today where I think we're dealing too much with the blur lines about who we are in identity, whether males, females, whether black, white, whatever, Latino, it doesn't matter. It seems to me that we are all suffering from a situation that's basically what I call it, a blur line. And I've never lived through this before because I'm an older guy. I've seen a lot. I've been through a lot. I've been through a war. I mean, you name it. And I have always found that being able to talk to people is the best cure for social ails.
You said being able to talk?
Being able to talk. We don't seem to talk anymore. We are either shouting at each other or we are either shoving some kind of a cause into people's faces, whatever. But we don't actually talk, do we?
You're absolutely right. We, as a licensed behavior therapist, for over 8 years, I've been licensed, and over 10 years I've been in behavior therapy, working in over 200 schools in the tri-state as well as throughout some schools in Arkansas and Texas. But what I see is, especially in the Black and Latino community, therapy or mental health is a big taboo. You have a lot of people who don't, who won't talk. Because when you really think about it, therapy is communication. It's talking. It's building a relationship with somebody so that you can air out your laundry, whether it's positive, whether it's negative. It's a form of communication. We're building a relationship with somebody who's qualified to handle your problems. So I definitely think what I'm seeing now, especially being an African-American therapist and in the community, I am seeing more people being open to therapy, and I think that is huge. You know, I just left from Arkansas, and I had about 4 people reach out to me and say, hey, I need a therapist. And I think that's huge because then typically we don't look for therapists. You know?
No, I mean, therapy has always been taken as anytime somebody, well, I'm not nuts. People get into the defensive right away. And I have to tell you one thing, that I'm one that I always, I was raised to be very independent by my parents. I mean, extremely independent to the point that they were caring parents. I love them both. But they seemed to be of the idea that I should be able to figure everything out on my own. So when I was a kid, when I was a child, up to, let's say, 8, 9, maybe 8 at the most, I would say, they would be very disciplinarian. They would be very strict on how I behaved. Because I happened to be also, I picked up on the independent part more than I did on the discipline. So they had that thing about keeping me in track. But after that, it seems to me that I got more leeway, and it was like a little bit harder for them to try to control me. But by the same token, I had enough of my willpower, my beginning.
Some of that is you had, because you had been raised to suppress those feelings. You know, it's kind of hard to go back and address it. Without having the proper person to speak to, because that's a learned behavior. You were taught to suppress those feelings and not talk about it,
right?
And not deal with mental health.
You know what? I had a devil of a time because when I was in the military, you have to go through certain periods of checkup, especially in the kind of work that I did. And I found it very offensive of the fact that, you know, why do I need to talk to a shrink? You know, are you kidding me? But by the same token, after I did, and without really realizing that I was offloading a lot of angst that I had inside me, I came out of the other side thinking still that the therapist was a nut, but then I also realized that, well, I'm not as angry as I used to be. I don't have as many issues as I used to be. So, you know, all of a sudden it's like the teenager that finds out how smart his dad is when they are 25 and 26.
I think what you just said is very important, especially, you know, we're talking about basically PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Every human that goes off to the war, to me, should be given some type of mental health referral or recommendation for an extensive amount of time, and possibly for a lifetime, because you're talking about real mental health issues. You know, PTSD is one thing, but then when you put in depression and other mental health issues, whether it's psychosis or whatever the case is, the biggest thing that we see is people giving us medication versus giving us somebody to talk to. You know, in my experience, I don't advocate for medication unless it's extreme situations. But there are some situations where you will need it. But in most cases, you know, for somebody like yourself who's been through the war, who probably has some PTSD, that's straight therapy to me versus going to medication.
Yeah, you know what? In all honesty, I think that's. I happen to be a little bit more leveled than most, and I think it has to do with a lot that I was able to offload a lot of my angers and my issues before I actually hung up my uniform. So let's take a little bit of a break. We'll be right back with more with Nequetta and Lifestyle Buzz. We'll be right back.
Hi, everyone. This is Fred Dreyer. You listen to me every week on the Sports Lounge. Well, I'm here to tell you my good friend and co-host, Michael Horn, is making his wine knowledge and his incredible industry contacts available to you. Mike will educate you in the world of wines. He will stock your wine cellar, wine refrigerator, or wine rack with one-of-a-kind wines. Also, as a lover of a great glass of port, I will share with you my experiences in finding the cigars that fit your palate. I will help you stock your humidor with great cigars that reflect your growing taste and the very best smokes for your budget. Mike and I can set up a once-in-a-lifetime wine dinner, and I can host a sports cigar party. Call us today at 818-818-6400. That's 818-818-6400. Let us find the dream wines and cigars of your lifetime.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
The following ad contains shocking material. Listener discretion is advised. Is someone in your family playing a dangerous game of Russian roulette? Over 43,000 people die a year from drug overdose. 120 people a day. 5 people every hour. 1 person every 12 minutes. 88,000 people die every year from alcohol abuse. Over 240 people a day. 10 an hour. 1 person every 6 minutes. Somebody you know may be next. Learn how to help someone you love get away from the drugs, alcohol, and bad influences. With the FMLA, people can take a leave of absence from their job and still keep it.
Call Quit Drugs 321 now at 800-378-3315, 800-378-3315, 800-378-3315. That's 800-378-3315.
All right, we are back, and this is Lifestyle Buzz with your pal Orly. And again, travel, food and wine, healthy living, wealth creation, luxury, and social issues are very important because that's what makes the world go round and around and around. And with me, my pal, Nequetta Alford. And I have a question for you. You posted a question about men not wanting to grow up to be responsible or in that line of work. That being said, I have been talking about the feminization of the American male for a long, long time, the lack of testosterone to take male responsibilities for actions by many men has been on the rise. Why? Why do you feel? Do you have an idea why that is happening?
Can you say that one more time? Your question one more time. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm talking about a question that you posted on your website, on your Facebook page, about men not wanting to grow up to accept responsibilities. And what I was saying is that I've been talking. Maybe I'm terming it. Maybe I'm not expressing it exactly right, but I call it the feminization of the American male. And I've been talking about this for a while. It seems to me that there's a lack of testosterone from the male population to accept responsibilities as men. It's like it's on the rise. Men want to be pretty and not handsome. It's like there's a switch there going on. And I'm wondering if you have run across that issue.
Yes, you're absolutely right, and that's why I posed that question on Facebook. There is a shortage of men just stepping up to the plate. fatherhood is something that's very serious, and this is why our schools, our homes, and everything is falling apart, because we don't have a lot of male figures in the home. So I personally do think it's so important for the males to sit down and really think of who they want to have kids by before they go and lay up with multiple women with multiple kids and leave these kids behind to kind of fend for themselves. My prayer is that more men step up, because the average guy that you're meeting now, they do have multiple kids and they do have multiple baby moms, especially in the black African-American community. So it means the most when you do find a father who is stepping up to the plate and taking care of their children, no matter how many it is. But I think today we do need more men to just step up to the plate. If you want to be a father that has all of these kids and all of these baby mothers, be able to do your part and be there.
You know what? That also happens in the Latino world, too. They take, for one reason or another, the Latino male sometimes takes a very lax attitude about fatherhood, and they figure, well, you know what, mama can take care of things. But they don't seem to understand that they are also responsible for the little creatures that are coming up. But I also have found one thing. Many ladies today have taken a bit too much of an Amazonic attitude about how they want to do their thing, to set males in place. Is this anger or protection? Which one?
I think it's both. Today, when it comes to kids, you have more parents, especially ladies, who are putting themselves before they put the kids. So you'll see a woman have a disagreement with the father and take the whole child away, which had nothing to do with the child. So I think we have to get back to the fruit of understanding. The relationship with the child is way more important than your relationship with that person. Right now you have a group of kids who are in the middle of a situation all because their parents don't see eye to eye, or all because the mom don't want to be with the father don't want to be with the mom. At the end of the day, we should at least hold ourselves accountable and say, I'm still going to do my part. I'm going to pay for daycare. I'm going to go check on the kid in school. I'm going to be a provider. We shouldn't have to wait for the court system to step in to tell us what to do, because we didn't wait for the court system to go have sex and make that child.
Let me interject here. It seems to me that for one reason or another, the parents of both sides, and this is going to be. I'm going to pose the question and we'll get the answer after we come back from the break. Okay. It seems to me that both sides are running away from their responsibilities. Not only the male and not only the female, but both parents. And what they have done is actually they have thrown the kids out there into the open by saying, you need to do your thing so we can do our thing too. Neither one of them are actually taking the bull by the horns and saying, no, we need to raise you. And, keep that in mind. We'll be back in a couple of seconds. Let's pay some bills.
Were you scammed into signing a timeshare contract? And did you miss the part that said you have to pay for your great idea? Not only for the rest of your life, but when you're not here anymore, you get to pass this turkey onto your family for them to pay for the rest of their lives. Thanks, Dad. Don't burden your family down the road, and don't be stuck with expensive timeshare payments forever. Get out of your bad idea timeshare contract guaranteed, or pay nothing. Call Resort Release today and learn for free how their timeshare exit team can help you legally exit your timeshare contract. They've helped thousands of people, and they're A+ rated with a BBB. So if you feel scammed, get mad and get out of your expensive timeshare contract right now, guaranteed. Call NOW.
800-470-4125. 800-470-4125. 800-470-4125. That's 800-470-4125.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante to see memorabilia of movie stars and theatrical magic right in downtown Fullerton, California. The Art of the Great Masters in an Italian town square complete with storefronts of old, Italian butchers and cheesemongers, fruit and wine vendors, seamstresses showing their wares, the romance of Romeo and Juliet. Find our mystical Room of the Moon, and don't forget King Kong, Dracula, Frankenstein, and who knows what awaits you in the wine cellar. Enjoy the great food. We hand stuff our pastas, roll each and every tortellini, bake our own bread, and make all of our sauces fresh from our private stock of Sicilian family recipes. Pasta to seafood, chicken to award-winning pizzas, tiramisu flown in from Rome. If you can't find something on our menu to tempt you, you don't like Italian food. Try our Sunday brunch, all you can eat, just $21.95. And Angelo's and Vinci's has been named the best Italian restaurant in Orange County 2 years in a row, and our owner has been named Restaurateur of the Year. Angelo's and Vinci's, Fullerton, California, 714-879-4022 or angelosandvinci's.com.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS? Newsflash, the president has changed the tax laws, and now you may be able to pay the IRS less. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, the tax doctor can help you pay the IRS as little as possible allowed by law. There are new tax laws for business owners, the self-employed, even W-2 workers. If you have a back tax problem or a few years of unfilled returns, new help to save you money is now here. Call right now to see how the new tax laws can help you. Plus, right now, we'll waive the consultation fee and give you a free tax savings report. Attention business owners, the self-employed, and W-2 workers. Make this free call to the tax doctor now and learn how to take advantage of the new tax laws that may help you pay the IRS less. 800-985-1610. 800-985-1610. 800-985-1610. That's 800-985-1610.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. That's 800-378-3212.
All right, we are back to the Lifestyle Buzz, and my pal Nequetta Alford is on the line. All right, let's continue with what we were talking about parents, more or less taking a neutral ground as far as their kids is concerned. It seems to me that both sides of the equation are kind of afraid to put the authority hat on into this thing, and they let the kids kind of be imitators, or I would say duplicators of what they talk about at home and the way they feel, when they actually shouldn't, right?
Yeah, I totally do agree. I think there needs to be, at this point, like restoration in the home, more emphasis on, in fact, I put a post up saying, is the court system really helping or is it really hurting? Because it does divide, the family. Once a young lady goes down and put the baby father on child support, that seems like, to me, that's when a lot of the triggers start. You have the man who don't want to no longer be involved with the child because he's so angry at the woman for putting him on child support. You have the mom who's so angry at the father because he's not stepping up and doing his part, so all she knows is to go to child support. When you really think of the way child support work is, there are so many different things against these families that is really not working. One, you have men who like driver's license who are being taken away. You have guys who are receiving jail time and prison time. I get it, they're supposed to take care of their child, but at what point are we pushing these families to family therapy? At what point are we pushing these families to sit down and talk to somebody to address the issues versus putting a Band-Aid and making this situation worse than where it is, you know?
Is it, you know what, I think in many cases, I think the government interferes a little bit too much into what should be family issues. I understand that they have to afford protections, but they cannot run everything based on the law. I mean, how many times have you actually seen a child sue a parent for whatever reason? I mean, they bring the law into... I
think you're absolutely right. The courts have found a way to monetize from the system, from the juvenile system, the court system, to even everything that's associated with this prison pipeline. They have found a way to monetize it. In fact, when you go to the average African-American or Spanish school, you're going to see a metal detector. When you go to the average Caucasian school, you're not going to see a metal detector. But according to statistics, a metal detector increases crime. Just having one there, it increases crime. So you're seeing that every school that has a metal detector, that's the prison to pipeline. Those kids, they have different... In fact, I just had a meeting last week when I was in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. And at this meeting, we talked about how there's 3 schools, high schools, in the same city, less than 40,000 population, and these 3 schools have a different criminal justice system, and they're all in the same city. You got Pine Bluff High School, which is considered 99% black, predominantly black. They have the highest rate of kids. If you get into a fight, if you bring a weapon to school, you're going straight to court. Whereas if you go to Watson Chapel, which is about 60% black, 20-30% Hispanic, 10% white, the rules are different there. But if you go to Whitehall, which is predominantly white, there are really no rules and jurisdictions on a kid bringing a knife or gun or anything to school, and you never hear about this kid going to court or even being considered a criminal incident. So I think we definitely have to start there and fix the issues before we can even fix the issues in the home, too.
You know what? I'm a native of Costa Rica. My mom was from Costa Rica, too. When we arrived here in 1958, our system of schooling and stuff like that was totally foreign to her. And to my dad was a little bit more aloof about our school stuff, but my mom was not. And even though her language was a little bit faulty and whatnot, my mom joined the PTA, and she was very much involved. And she would go, periodically, she would go to school and say, tell me how Orlando's doing, because she knew that I was a discipline problem.
So what your mom did then and what parents did then, parents aren't doing today. Parents are sitting at home, a lot of times watching TV or chasing some guy, not looking for a job, and they have literally considered the school daycare. It would be so nice if we get more parents, like you said, like your mom, who parent involvement is everything right now. How we connect the dots is get the parents connected with the school. We don't want the parents just to be connected with DHS or the court system. Right. Why can't we meet them at school and beat that system?
You know, I hear it a lot where it kind of in a joking manner, but it's actually a systematic problem. I talk to friends of mine, and they goes, yeah, no, I mean, I had to actually discipline Junior here, whatever, and probably I'm going to hear from the cops, you know? And I'm going like, wait a minute, what kind of an excuse is that? Because you know what? They say it in a joking manner, but in a sense, they are actually serious because it can happen. So I'm going like, since when do you give up your rights as a parent to discipline your child just because you might be afraid of?
So ever since the court systems, and just the systems in general, not just the court system, but we're talking about juvenile, we're talking about court, we're talking about delinquent, truancy. To me, in my experience, what I've seen is these resources should be made available to help the families. In a lot of instances, they're not helping the family. They're actually destroying the families. You know, you have more kids. Most of the kids that I work with, they're not in the home with their biological parents, especially over the last 5 to 10 years that I've worked. They're in home with the grandmother or another generation or a distant family member, if not a foster care. So you're right. We do have to get back to the fruit of what are we doing that our kids aren't as important as we are? What are we doing?
You know what? You make so many valid points, and I love it. That's why I pay you the huge bucks to be with us here on this show. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. More Nequetta coming up. Don't go away.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
All right, we are back. This is Lifestyle Buzz, and I'm going to give the mic to my friend Mike. I'm going to give the mic to Mike because he actually made a very valid point while we were on the break about parents and kids. Your point, Mike.
Well, it just seems like nowadays, and thank you so much, Orlando, and Nequetta, it's very nice to have you on as well. It just seems today that parents are more apt or trying to be their children's buddies instead of actually being their parents. It seems like they're worried about confrontation, they're worried about being viewed as in other parents' eyes as being substandard, and so they kind of don't make the hard choices.
Wow, that's a valid point. We had this discussion, hey James, on Facebook. We had this discussion last week on my Facebook page, and you're absolutely right. At what point does the parent stop being a friend or stop trying to be a friend and just be a parent? I think this is why we're seeing so many behavior problems, because the parent has stooped down to the child's level versus bringing the parent up to the child up to the parent's level. In fact, when I was just in Arkansas, I had to see at least about 5 different people I knew who were at a party or at a club, and their parent were there as well. So I think that, I remember in my day, my mom friends would say, when I seen you come to the club, that's when I stopped coming, because that's the mindset back then. We have to get back to parents saying that you shouldn't be at the same party environment and drinking and smoking and hanging out with your kids and your friends. Who's influencing these kids?
Yeah. No, you know what, and it actually evolves because I've noticed one thing, and this has to do now with grown-ups and dealing, males, females. of the same kids that have been growing up into our society today. And I speak a lot because I pay attention a lot to what women have to say. Mm-hmm. And also, from all races, they all have the same complaint. Women have feelings towards men that are not sometimes flattering at all. Mm-hmm. And from the other side, men, they are not, I think that there's a fear about being masculine mm-hmm. with women, and they turn out to be just another girlfriend in many cases. Too much understanding, perhaps, not enough controversy, not enough standing your ground type of thing. You don't have to be violent about it, but,
I think right now, you have a very confused generation. You have a lot of wise people like yourself who are saying, this is the right way to go. And then you have a lot of wise people with a lot of money who are really influencing these kids, whether it's in hip-hop, whether it's in sports, whether it's in media. Those people who call their own friends and families the B word, the H word, they have more influence than we do. So this is where it becomes tricky, because the question becomes, how can we overpower what they're seeing right now? The money, the cars, everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to be a rap artist. Everybody wants to be a sports figure, but people don't want to do the work. And nobody wants to be a teacher anymore, which is why our schools are failing. So how can we get back? That's what the question becomes. How can we get back to instilling in our kids, it is okay to be a teacher. It's okay to be an engineer. Everybody can't be a football player. Everybody can't be, a artist or famous. I think that's where we come in. We're putting our foot down and really educating these kids and saying, hey, your talent is good, but what's really going on in your mind? What do you want to be?
Is it because we have turned very much into a materialistic society?
Yep, we have become, you have the average person now, if you look at their car, it don't match up with their lifestyle. And I started paying attention to this once I moved to Philadelphia. My eyes opened up coming from Arkansas. You see everybody with a nice car, but go to their home, go to their bedroom, go sit at their table. It don't match the car that they're driving. We have become so materialistic that what we wear and what we're in is so more important than how we really feel.
Let's touch a little bit on the black and white thing for a bit, okay? I'm a white dude that sees no color. I come from a society and from a country where color doesn't exist. I mean, we feel comfortable with all genders, all sexual orientations, all skin colors. It doesn't matter to me. But like me, there's millions of people also. Now, there is no doubt that there will always be some racial situations here and there from all sides. Okay, it's not only from one side to the other, but all around. Is this how it should be? Am I getting the full picture? Am I reading the tea leaves right? I mean, whatever happened to we are one? What happened to being all together?
That's a very good question. So I am, first of all, I want to say this. I'm an independent voter. I vote for who I think is going to get the job done. I think political views are dividing us more than anything. Mm-hmm. You have people now who have put themselves in a box because they're Republican or because they're Democratic versus saying, hey, let's just get the job done. On top of that, I honestly do believe with a president like Trump. Now, I have mixed feelings about President Trump. I like his business mindset because I'm a business person and I'm an entrepreneur and independent contractor. So I love, the tax benefits that I get. I love that the benefits of being in business when it comes to him is definitely favorable for the people who are in business. But when you think a majority of the people, it don't favor those people.
Hold on to that thought for a second, because we need to go against a hard break here. We'll continue it in a little bit.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS? Newsflash, the president has changed the tax laws, and now you may be able to pay the IRS less. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, the tax doctor can help you pay the IRS as little as possible allowed by law. There are new tax laws for business owners, the self-employed, even W-2 workers. If you have a back tax problem or a few years of unfilled returns, new help to save you money is now here. Call right now to see how the new tax laws can help you. Plus, right now, we'll waive the consultation fee and give you a free tax savings report. Attention business owners, the self-employed, and W-2 workers. Make this free call to the tax doctor now and learn how to take advantage of the new tax laws that may help you pay the IRS less.
800-985-1610. 800-985-1610. 800-985-1610. That's 800-985-1610.
Have you purchased a wine refrigerator or put a wine cellar in your home? Maybe you have a new wine rack. Great news, but what wines will you buy to stock your wine rack? Let me, Michael Horn, help. I'll find the wines for your wine cellar with your taste in mind. We'll determine what varietals, Cabernet, Pinot, Chardonnay, what types of wine, California, French, Italian, you like. We'll find you one-of-a-kind wines from all of our friends we interview daily on the What's Cooking show and the What's Cooking on Wine show. On a budget, we'll find you the best affordable wines. Want hard-to-get library wines? We can source those for you, too. And if you need cigars, let L.A. Rams sports legend and iconic actor Fred Dreyer make your selections. Hey, we could even host a wine dinner for you or set up a sports cigar party with Fred. Call me, Michael Horn, at the What's Cooking Today show. Call 818-818-6400. That's 818-818-6400. Let us find the dream wines of your lifetime.
All right, we are back, and my friend Nequetta, listen, you have 3 minutes to let us know everything before the show runs out. So, the mic is yours. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Yeah, no, I was going to say that this is the last segment, and I can give you 3 minutes to finish your point and tell us all how to get in touch with you and whatnot. So, your mic is yours.
Okay. No, I was just saying that where we are today. I'll close out with this. Where we are today, it's going to take more, not just mental health, not just criminal justice. It really requires parent involvement. More parents really need to step up. And outside of that, we definitely need more men involved in the home. I think too many men have stepped aside, and what I find strange is that a lot of men are quick to go help another woman with kids, and they'll leave their kids behind. So my prayer is that more men step up to the plate, be there for their kids, no matter what the issue is, eliminate all of the court issues and all of these different things that we're putting in place that's preventing us. And then the materials, keep the materials to a limit. You know, most people who have all of these material cars, material belts, they don't have a savings account or let alone a life insurance policy for their kids or themselves.
You know, that is such a true thing. And I have to say, many years ago, I had a friend of mine whose dad was just driven to own a Cadillac. And finally, one day, there's a brand new Cadillac in the driveway. And his own son said, "Man, my dad has a Cadillac, but he doesn't have any money to buy the gas for it. You know, I mean, so it goes back a while that people have been a little bit out of sorts with reality, but is more pronounced today for the simple reason that I think many adults are putting their kids on the line in order for them to, you know, shy away from their responsibilities. So
you're absolutely right. We're teaching our kids a learned behavior. You know, I took 2 kids to the bank over the summer, and the parent said to me, "Wow, you inspired me to open a bank account." Not only did the kids open a bank account, the parent did as well. And what she said was, you know, sometimes you just don't know, and you don't. But what I realized as being a therapist, we have to do a better job at reaching these parents through these kids. Because if you have a parent who don't have a bank account and you have a kid that don't have a bank account, that should be inspiring both of them to do the same.
Yeah.
I honestly think we just really need more people to step up to the plate, because there are parents who are willing and who want the help, but they're just waiting for somebody to say, "I will help you," and that's how this parent was.
Very good. Give us your contact number, and then we're going to have to, call it a day.
Yep, my contact number is 215-416-8434. Nequetta Alford. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all over social media, and you all can reach me at any time at naorganizing@gmail.com. That's naorganizing@gmail.com.
Very good, very good. And you have to promise me one thing. This is not going to be the last time you come on air.
Oh, I can't wait to come back. You got me anytime. Just let me know.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. And, well, it's come to a close already. Boy, I tell you, this is really crazy. So for any information about the show, you can visit our website at www.lifestylebuzz.today, or send us a message at lifestylebuzztoday@gmail.com, and just keep in touch. All right. Rest in peace, my love. Gonna miss you.
CRN Digital Talk Radio prides itself on being the station of every situation. And you can listen to us on nearly any platform and device. Download to your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry episodes of What's Cookin'. And take Master Sommelier Michael Jordan with you to the wine shop so he can help you pick out that perfect bottle of wine. Stream episodes